What does a woman do to make her a good woman? Slow down for a second. What I mean is outside of a relationship, outside of taking care of kids, outside of fidelity and taking care of the home and different stuff like that, outside of a relationship, I'm talking about in everyday life. What does a woman do to make her a good woman? So think about it like this. There are things that men can do that when they do them and people see them, people often go, that's a good man right there, or that's a gentleman. It's like you give them a pat on the head, like, good boy, that's what you're supposed to do. But when you think about it, outside of a relationship, outside of kids, what do women do to make them a good woman? I might be starting some shit here. I might be throwing a grenade on top of a landmine. But I know as a man, as a Gen-Xer, what up everybody, still in his late 40s, clock is ticking. I know I've seen different instances in my life. I've had different times, different examples, where I've opened the door, I've helped lift something, I've stood up and given somebody my chair, given somebody a parking spot. Different things that I've done that benefited a woman. Women. These are not, I don't have a relationship with them. We're not having sex. I don't know these people. But because of how I was raised, how I was brought up, and part of my own personal values, if I'm going in, if I see you're going in, I'll open the door for you and let you go first. Or if I see you're struggling with something, I might help you with it. But here's the thing. I do that for men and women. I do it for men and women. But when you see a man do it for another man, no one goes, that's a gentleman right there. That's a good man. But when he does it for a woman, he's a good man. He's an example. That's what you should do. Go tell your boys, go tell your tribe that that's what they need to be doing. Be a good man out here. What the fuck do women do in that same context that makes them a good woman? No, I'm gonna give you a little bit of time. I don't have the Jeopardy music to play, but I'm waiting for you. Exactly. Like I said, I'm slightly talking shit, but I'm also slightly serious. What is it that a woman... before I made this video, I actually had to think about this. I had to actually choose. So anybody that's got any comments, anything like they want to add to it, please put it in the comment section. Let me know. Outside of a relationship, what is it that a woman would do that other people, that man, anybody that saw what happened would be like, that's a good woman. That's what women should do. I can't think of shit, y'all. I'm serious. Hey. So the only thing I could potentially think of is cooking. But, and I think I should make another video about this. Add this to the the growing videos on the channel playlist. But cooking and eating with someone, but both of them, cooking is very intimate. It's much, much more intimate than most people realize. You don't often eat, and even less cook, for someone that you don't have some type of relationship with. And I don't mean a relationship like you're a couple or you are attracted to that person and want to have sex with that person. I mean, you have something here. You have something inside of you that you're eating with this person, you're cooking with this person because there's a connection. There's some type of connection. Or you want some type of connection. That's way different than me opening the door for you. That's way different than me kind of making sure that you got in your home safely, you got in your house safely. There's certain things that men get credit for. Sometimes we don't, but there's certain things that men get credit for. That's just being a good person. Just being a good person. Like, that's what you would think that's what any decent person would do, male or female. I don't know how many times I've been struggling to lift something. Not too many women come around to help me with it. Now, I know I'm not the smallest dude. I'm also not the biggest dude. I'm getting older now. I could have certain physical issues and what. But if I'm struggling with it, it's like they just look at you and walk by. You know what I'm saying? Or how many times it's like they don't hold the door for you. Maybe it's a security issue, like me walking behind you, you know, you're worried about something. But if I extend the door open for you, I'm a good man. But you don't extend the door open for me. So does that make you a shitty woman? Or is it just like par for the course? So that's what I'm saying. So going back to what I was saying about cooking though. It's not on par. You can't compare the two. Cooking is a much more rarer instance than how many times you enter a building and could open a door for somebody. Or you'll see different times on a date or something. You know, the man will walk around and open the door for the woman. It's like, oh my God, oh my. But what are the things that women do? So even, let's just say hypothetically you did want to say cooking. Is it just the attempt? Like if I attempt to open the door for you, but then I actually like close it a little bit before you actually get in the door. So as you're walking in the door, it all bumps, you know, the door hits you in the side, hits you in the head or something. Oops, my intent was to open the door for you, but I didn't hold it open for you all the way through. My fault. Wouldn't that be the same as if like a woman cooks for you, but she don't know how to cook? It don't taste very well. It's not pleasing. No, it's supposed to be about the attempt. It's supposed to be about the thought. It's the thought that matters. It's supposed to be about the thought, right? So it's not the same. And so what you come to realize is part of like life has a balance. Life has a balance. But even when life seems out of balance, it's a part of a bigger balance. And so from my perspective, please, if you have a different perspective, let me know in the comments. But from my perspective, men and women are the same, but we're not. We're complementary pieces of the puzzle to each other. So you can't just have just a male perspective. You can't have just a female perspective. You need some type of blending. But in that greater context, we cannot really treat each other the same. We cannot treat each other the same because ultimately at some point in time, one or the other of the gender sides is going to get preferential treatment, a double standard. So while we want fairness and equality, we have to recognize that we don't really look at each other the same, even though we're the same. And so man and woman, both parents, right? They can both be parents of the kid, right? But we know the jobs, the roles, the responsibilities are vastly different. But you need to show respect to the male side of that coin, just like you need to show respect to the female side, the father side, just like you need for the mother side. So what I'm saying is we are the same, but we have to recognize that we can't really treat each other the same. See what I'm saying? So you have actions that men take, and maybe it's because of our history of oppression of women. Maybe it's because of the patriarchy. Maybe because of all of these different things. Maybe it's because we got an Audi and they got an innie. Bottom line is that there are certain things that men can do that when they do it, it's looked as your quality. Your quality, because you recognize, like I said, you don't see this really when men do it for other men. That might just be a bro thing. Good looking out, man. But in particular, when men do certain things for women, outside of a relationship, when men do certain things for women, it's like, that's quality. You're a quality person. Partly because of how I was raised and my values, I passed that along to my son. And so I remember him being at a young age, like, I mean, seriously, like maybe kindergarten, first grade, holding the door open for ladies, so like for teachers and stuff. And they would just be, oh my God, you are so sweet, you're so adorable, you're going to make some girl such a because he held a fucking door open? But if that girl held that door open, which is the same value, the same good, we'll say the same good internal inequalities, nobody's going, that's a good girl right there. You're gonna make somebody a good, like, it's just different. So I'm not really trying to start shit, even though I tend to start shit sometimes. My point being is looking at it from a male Gen X perspective. I've noticed how many times in my lifetime that I've received that compliment. That, like, you're a gentleman, you're a good dude, this and that. And so it makes me wonder, so the times when I don't hold it open, am I an asshole? The times when, like, I'm struggling to carry this, or I'm trying to do this, or I'm focused on something, and then so I'm sorry I didn't see you, I was oblivious. Does that mean I ain't shit? But like I say, flip that coin. Does that mean the times when I'm struggling to carry something, I'm walking in this building, and you act like you don't see me, or you act like, sink or swim, motherfucker. It's like, what? So, y'all, please tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. Am I not seeing things correctly? It's just a male perspective. But outside of a relationship, what does a woman do that makes her a good woman? You tell me. But anyway, this your boy, dropping one real quick for you, talking shit. I'll holler at you another time.